Hello everybody! My name is Mana, and I'm here today to play Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker. So, I've been playing this game since 2.0, and Endwalker is supposed to be the end of the story so far. I'm really excited. Just so you know, these videos are going to have spoilers for the entire game. This includes the main scenario all the way through, as well as any side stories, such as raids or trials. I'm not holding back with spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled on this game, and especially if you don't want to be spoiled on Endwalker, then don't watch these videos. I've been really excited to see the conclusion of this story, so I wanted to tape my reaction to the main scenario here. I'm going to be uploading the main scenario in parts. I'm probably gonna do it by level, so like every level I'll upload a video or so. But these videos will have spoiler-free titles and spoiler-free thumbnails, so you don't have to worry about it on that regard. You're only gonna get spoiled if you want to. So, yeah, I don't really have much more to say than that. I hope you enjoy. See you in Endwalker. Hello everybody. Hello everybody. I'm in. Here I am. Let's go. Okay. Let us take stock of the facts, shall we? The crisis at hand began with the sudden appearance of ominous towers in a multitude of locations throughout the world. The music. We have since learned that the structures were brought into being by an organization known as the Telephoroi. The Telephoroi's stated purpose is to recreate the final days of eons past, an apocalyptic event that would result in the destruction of all we hold dear. Already have these powers of theirs been a cause of untold suffering. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their faith perverted for primal summonings. Unless they find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue anyone. Those shielded with the blessing of light seem to be able to resist being tempered, at least. Up to Arvinold Fordola. Yet while these threats close to home are of paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the Telephoroi are under the leadership of Fandaniel and one other delightful fellow, Zenas Ygalvis, the Crown Prince and our dear friend, yeah? To date, he's reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor Varus, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, it saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession, but that has since changed, and in troubling ways. Speak, Urianger. Aye, during our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cities of discord. 'Twas an eerie fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. That does not sound good. The inhabitants appeared to have been tempered, and with nary a word spoken did they labor to transform the palace into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made thralls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the Telephoroi. Yes. An army of primals is awful enough, but in light of recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly before our allies are overwhelmed. What do you have to say, Graha? We will find a way in Sharlayan, I am sure of it. Master Fortuno's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The Forum knows more than it is letting on. Sorry to interrupt. We've just received word from Mistress Kryl. She says that arrangements for your visit have been finalized. You're to head to Limsa Liminsa and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. Let's go! And on arrival, present yourself as associates of the students of Baldessian. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. Come to assist with the Order's restoration. Okay. A wiggle for good luck. The arrangements may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They must race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I'm eager to see it, of course. Of course. We should set off at once. Oh my god. The music just... everything feels so unfamiliar. Then I'll accompany you to the docks. You need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you a safe journey. Tataru! Tataru, come with us! I think the quest accept music will be like synthy. Oh. That's not synthy. I was wrong.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule. Or so I'm told.
Schedule.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Oh, Thancred.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Yeah, it's true, you did that, Thancred.
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Oh my gosh.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy, since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Little Lord Alphino. I'm gonna call him that. Come
Are you
with
all
us,
right,
Tataru.
You seem positively distraught.
Come with us, Tataru.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just... we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hellbent on destroying the world. And, once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
Come with us, Tataru. Where's the come with us, Tataru option? I'll bring them back safe and sound, I promise.
I'll hold you to that.
Ah, good. You're still here.
Ooh, voice acting. Has Hori had voice acting before? I just played through the entire MSQ and I don't believe he did.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower.
I hope they don't die.
Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
We set the sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Does Coltonay have voice acting? He's been around since the realm were born. Let the man speak.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown.
Oh, there he is.
A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent. And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Here. Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Charlian should be coming into view at any moment.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Hello, Heidelin. Long time no see.
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal. After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Hydaelyn has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield. Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms, monumental, which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Like, during the age of the convocation? Because, I mean, you say you're Hydaelyn, but you're Vana, right? Because Vana is Hydaelyn's heart, so a promise Vana made to Azam, maybe? Okay.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
Okay.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taken a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes, but we'll manage on our own, if we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you?
Indeed, 'tis as Sir Estinian said. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas.
Huh?
Where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boots set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
Hey, I thought the Emmett Selk narration was gonna be...
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
I thought the Emmett Selk narration was going to be Emmett Selk narrating his experiences from the past in the Ancients' time and having it mirror our time in the future, but Emmett Selk sure is talking about current things, and what does that mean?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders. Especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
I hope they turn down Estinian.
So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed.
Estinian is not allowed in Sharlayan. It's illegal. No Estinians allowed.
The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration. Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Thank you, Gra, the hero of our team.
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today.
Scheduled.
And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
See how it glows. That list is etherically linked with the citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
And Alizé Leveilleur.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
Name and occupation? Indeed. Your profile describes you as an adventurer, but one also trained in the rather more constructive pursuits of procurement and production. You may enter.
Yes. Okay, now turn down Estinian. Do it.
And you, sir?
Please turn down Estinian. Don't let him in.
Estinian Varlino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Varlino? Wait, that's new.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
If you'll allow me... My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Croyle! It is good good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you all seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we?
Estinian Varlino?
Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
Varlino. Estinian
As your
Varlino?
mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Sir, what? What is going on with Estinian? Is his name not Wormblood anymore? Estinian Varlino. Was that what he said? Estinian Varlino. What did he mean by this? Is that a retcon or an alias? Did they give Estinian a real last name because Wormblood didn't cut it anymore? He doesn't kill dragons anymore. We can't call him Wormblood. Maybe he changed his name. You are doubtless eager to take in the sights. Not to worry, Mana. The city is not like to vanish. Before we finish our discussion, Y'shtola, that sounds a little bit like this city's gonna vanish to me. Grahatia. Here we are at last, the great city of Sharlayan. You may have noticed some similarities with the Crystarium. Yes, in fact, Oh, we really should let Krell have her say first. We can continue this conversation another time. Did you copy Sharlayan, Grahatia? Way to go. Estinian. I am unaccustomed to fabricating lies on demand. Why should it matter how I earn my living? Are you gonna explain the Varlino bit, bud? I want answers. But this is Mana and Estinian's first time in Sharlayan, and for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. God, I'm gonna get lumped with Estinian this entire expansion. Oh, man. The annex was west of the Aetheryte Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there anon. We will meet back in the square as scheduled, right, everybody? Guess we'll see you there. What of you, Estinian? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary until we reconvene. I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. So cool. Goodbye. Grahatia. After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow your lead. Grahatia is now accompanying you. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with quest objectives. You can leave Grahatia behind by entering a different area using the Ethernet or by putting too much distance between you two. You can also speak with Grahatia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Grahatia accompany you again, return and speak with him at the original location. While Grahatia is accompanying you, next, try speaking with Krell. Graha! Yes, let's go! This is it. This is the best expansion already. Oh my god, look at all these Grahas following me! Krell, you too, come. All set then, let us be on our way then. Our first stop, amazingly enough, will be the Last Stand. It's a cafe on the west side of the harbor. Oh. Krell is also now accompanying you. Lead your two companions to the Last Stand and speak with Krell at the designated location. Oh my god! While you are accompanied, you may encounter conversation points along the way, which might offer additional topics of discussion. This is the perfect system! Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest companions to initiate these bonus conversations. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Oh my god! Yes! Krell, let's go! I'm grateful to have Krell's help in reacquainting myself with this place. It's almost as if I'm seeing it with new eyes, as you are. Yeah, it has been, what, like 300 years for you? Let's go team! Oh my god, they finally finally, they looked at Pokemon, they saw the Pokemon follow you, and they said, this is what the people want, and they're right. This is what the people want. I want Grahatia and Kral following me around the city. This is exactly what I want. I've wanted nothing more in my entire life. Ooh, another conversation point? Forget the story, I just want to find these conversation points. Talk to me. The giant statue in the harbor. Now that's a sight one could hardly forget. The great statue of Thaliak. As a student of Baldessian, I was usually quartered in the Isle of Val, but I would gaze upon the scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. The path leading out towards the sea is known as the Thaliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Thaliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as of, say, the Ishgardians. Individual Sharlayans can, and do, worship the divinities of their choosing. Oh, okay, that's cool. Cool statue. All these people have Graha and Kral following them, and they're the happiest they've been in their entire lives. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. Yeah, I know about your shitty bread. How could I put this? The food is, it's bland. As it's capsulated by our infamous Arkan loaf, the prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first and taste a distant second. There was one pupil at the studium, however, who could stomach the school's insipid meals no longer, so he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. Hell yeah. And so the last stand came to be, as its name implies, the sole dedicated outpost for fine dining in Sharlayan, the one and only bastion of the culinary arts in the Isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall their burger being hailed as one of the more impressive items on the menu, not that I ever had the pleasure of eating one myself. Oh my god, we need to get Graha a burger right now. You would love awful food, Graha. I need to show you the ways. I need to introduce burgers into this man's life. Do you mind if we browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. Only a moment. How optimistic. Feel free to browse all you like, but we won't be around. We won't wait around for you. So mean. Perhaps I'll return here later then. Aw, no. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. My apologies. From here, one can see the entire city spread out below. The vista put me in mind of my arrival in the first. Those who had gathered at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I can think of, the great city of Sharlayan. Oh. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Crystarium. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up here whenever you wish. I don't think the counselors would object to you simply enjoying the view. Such memories should be treasured. Wow, this is a really nice view. Oh man. Man, that's sweet though. Graha hasn't been here in so long. He like modeled the Crystarium after his home. Oh. Big Graha, little Graha, following me to our next destination. Kral is here too. Now, shall we head directly to the Baldessian Annex? You remember the way, don't you, Raha? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, cross the bridge to our right, then follow the path below the Aetheryte Plaza. Correct. After you, Mana. This guy's got an incredible memory. It's been 300 years. I want to see the Levier house, and I want to throw eggs at it. Okay. For Chanel. For Chanel. I got 1,000 eggs here, aimed at your house. For Chanel. Is this his house? It's gotta be. It's gotta be. Yup. Ooh, it's the Olivier estate. Okay. Fortunal. I got some eggs with your name on it. You're next. You're next. Of course I'm gonna go right into the Olivier estate. Are you kidding me? Damn, Alphino and Alice, you live like this? Oh, triple triad challenge. Yes. My lady, you would play a round of cards with this humble servant. Oh my, I feel honored. However, it is with great regret that I must decline your offer. I am presently attending to my mistress. Please accept my sincerest apologies. Aw. It is my honor and pleasure both to serve Lady Ameliette. There is no more beautiful, more kind-hearted person in the realm, and I am happy to attend to her every need. I want to meet her. We still haven't met their mom. Haven't met their mom, and I want to. I want to meet her. Man. Man, no wonder Alphino was so stuck up when we first met him. Look at this place. Look at this guy. Can we go out on the... Ooh. Oh my god. Alphino, Alice! Is there a jump puzzle here? I'll find it. I'll find your jump puzzle, Leviers. Raha. Crow? Wait, where is Raha? Wait! Oh! Wait a minute! Where is he? Did I lose him? Did he get lost in the Levier house? No! We need to find Raha. Oh my god, how did we lose Raha? He's gonna be at, like, the pier, right? Because that's where we started the quest? Oh, I didn't attune to your etherite, Master Levier. Don't mind if I do. Oh, perfect. The new system. I'm here. The Scholar's Harbor is where I want to go. Oh, beautiful new system. I love it. Okay. You have lost sight with Grahatias. You have lost sight with Krell. Well, sorry. We need to find the twins. We need to bring them to the Levier estate. We need to throw eggs at their house. Alphino will be like, no, we can't throw eggs at the Levier estate. And Alice will be like, give me that whole carton right now. Oh my god, oh my god. Charlian is... I saw that. Ra. Get down from there. What are you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm back, and I've brought Mana and Raha with me. Ah, you were right about the ship then. Hello, Graha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Mana. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Ojika Sunjika. It's been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika, the cousin of Ejika Sunj. I knew you looked familiar. You're related to the Eureka guy. Oh boy. Cousin of Ejika Sunjika, an administration officer for the students of Baldessian. He oversees the day-to-day business of the Annex. I read the reports of the Eureka expedition. I hope Ejika didn't cause you too much trouble. Well, about that. He's impatient and impetuous, but a good sort at heart. Oh man. What would have happened if I killed the guy before coming here? I have private quarters prepared for you in the Andron, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Ah, the nap rooms. Perfect for an afternoon doze. How do you know, Raha? How do you know? Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more than some cheap roadside inn, you may be assured. 'Twas simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys abroad that we would slip into the Andron just to steal a few winks. And thus they became known amongst the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Let me see the inn room. Clean sheets and warm blankets await. Rest as long as you like. Aw, cute. Oh, this one's got a hair guy. It's already better than the one on the first. Is that King Mugglebug? Oh, it is! Ooh. Garuda? Someone likes Garuda.
Come what may, we must prevent the Telophoroi's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy.
Well, someone in the Forum is up to no good, because there's 99 people in there. At least one person's gonna be a bad egg.
The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nidana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair. Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. It is possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Kral's lines of inquiry, and having you join the group heading to Thavnair, would seem the obvious choice.
But I want to be on the team that throws eggs at the Levier estate.
But the investigation in Charlian is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnarian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts.
Oh boy. Well, that's what I'm good at, so let's go.
You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Charlian. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking. Of course, the more the merrier.
Right. The rest of us will make the journey to Thavner.
Oh my god, everyone else got picked on their school gym team first, and Estinian got put on the Thavnir team by being the last one to be picked. That's so sad.
Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnir on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
Right, he's actually familiar with Thavnir. It makes sense for him to go there.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Thancred and the elves! Thancred, the shortest member on the
Give me a
team.
moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Alright. The good old, you got 2 places to go. Go whenever order you want. Obviously, I'm gonna go to Charlian first. The process by which Forum members are elected is fair and equitable. Neither wealth nor social standing offers any advantages to a prospective candidate. But fairly elected or not, Master Matoya still found them all to be insufferable. So it's back to Thavnir. Had I known earlier, I would have considered more suitable attire. I want to see you in the Thavnir outfits, Estinian. They're not gender locked anymore. You should go nuts. Alright, so it's kind of, they always do this in expansions. They give you like 2 ways you can go. Do you want to go to Charlian or do you want to go to Thavnir? But like, it's the first time they've been so far apart. Charlian's up there and Thavnir's down there. Like, we just got here and we're sending a bunch of people a billion miles away. Estinian must be like especially mad. But I'm gonna do the Charlian stuff first. I hope we see the Levier mother sooner rather than later. Also, I do understand why the characters split up this way, but Team Charlian is so much bigger than Team Thavnir. We have the advantage. Thavnir doesn't stand a chance. Go Team Charlian.